Hi there and welcome to Loop and Mabel's Closet. I'm Jane. So today's video is how to find an easy sewing pattern. If you're brand new to dressmaking, I have formulated a little list. Hopefully that may help you. If you fancy finding out which ones I've chosen, then please stay tuned and I'll see you right after this little intro. So hi and welcome back. Yeah, like I said in the intro, I really appreciate that it can be quite difficult when you're setting out in dressmaking. You're either brand new to dressmaking or you're coming back after a few years away like I was, that you just don't know where to start. You have no idea which patterns to start off with. I was there once, not that many years ago to be fair, and you don't want to be making mistakes where you pick a sewing pattern that you think you can do, that can be quite complex or a little bit tricky, and it just knocks your confidence, and then you throw it in the bin, you chuck it to one side, or it goes in the work in progress pile that never sees the light of day again, and it really does stop you maybe sewing again. That's not what dressmaking's all about. Dressmaking's supposed to be fun, you know, it's creative and hopefully successful, and you wear what you make. And I don't think I've had anything that I've made that I've chucked in the bin. I've had things I've made that when I put them on, not keen, it's not really me, but I've never chucked anything in the bin because I did try and start off with fairly simple patterns, and I just thought if you're in the same boat and you have no idea which pattern to start with and you're a little bit wary, and obviously fabric can be expensive as well, and you don't want to be wasting your fabric and then spoiling it, so I've done a little list. So I'm going to have to put my glasses on because I can't see. So I've set myself a little Pinterest board so I can refer to the pictures as I'm chatting to you. I will link everything I mentioned in the box below so you don't have to take notes or anything like that. And I think I've tried to find really simple sewing patterns that aren't too complex or anything faffy or fancy that, you know, you need a little bit more expertise. No, that's not the right word. Maybe a little bit more knowledge of. These, the ones I've chose, are all fairly straightforward, simple sewing patterns. So without further ado, me waffling on. Oh, before I continue, what am I wearing today? I thought, for those of you that were born in the 60s and 70s, I thought I'd do a little bit of a throwback to the 1970s when I was born in 65. So in the 70s, I was like 11, 12-ish type of thing. And I got my Oak Ridge blouse out. This is my Oak Ridge blouse made in this gorgeous brushed cotton from Minerva. And I just thought I need something a little bit warmer because it's not too cold, but it still is a little bit chilly, and I do get cold around the house. And I thought, oh, what could I wear underneath? And I thought, oh, no, I don't want to wear anything underneath. What could I wear on the top? Now I'm crocheting a lovely little snug at the minute, which will go perfect with this, but it's not finished yet. And I spotted my t-shirt, which I self-drafted this last year using gorgeous jersey from Felicity Fabrics that I bought. And I just thought, I wonder what that would look like over the top, like I used to do in the 1970s. I thought it was so cool back then, you know, if you can remember those days. And I popped it on and I love it. I'll pop a picture up of me wearing it in the garden today. And I absolutely love this look. So I've got a little bit of a layer on, nothing too thick or too heavy. And yeah, feeling like a young girl again. So that's where I got this inspiration for this outfit for today. And do you remember, for those of you who are from the 1970s, do you remember the clackers? When I put this outfit on, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh, those clackers. I could never do those clackers. Anyway, I'm digressing. But yeah, happy days. So yeah, a little throwback to the 1970s. And why not? Right, so I'm going to start off with blouses. And the first blouse I'm going to pick is one of the first blouses that I made. I don't think it was last year, it might have been the year before, is the ruffle sleeve blouse from Peppermint magazine, and I'm sure it's still a freebie. If you go online to Peppermint magazine, it was in conjunction with In the Folds, and they've got quite a few on there, and it's just a simple, lovely little top to get you going. And it's got no zips or any fastenings whatsoever. So I did my first one. I'll pop a picture up of it, and I look quite different in that picture because that's when I was on my weight loss journey. I've lost like 4 stones since then, but I remember making that top, and the fabric I used was some vintage bark cloth that was my Nana's old curtains. And I've still got the top, it's still hanging up, it's absolutely massive on me now, but I'm gonna cut into it again one day and make it a little bit smaller on me, but I'm keeping it for old time's sake because it was one of the first things I made when I came back to dressmaking, and I absolutely loved it. Now when I first made it, I just followed the pattern to the letter, and it's got a V-neck, simple sleeves, front and a back, and like a facing that goes underneath. Really simple, and if you make that, you're going to feel confident after you've made that, because you're going to know it's going to fit you lovely and it's going to boost your confidence, and you're going to want to make more things. It was one of the first things I made, and it really did give me a boost. So that's a really good one to start with. And since then, I've made a few more, and in fact, with that one, I got more confident with that pattern, because I then drafted the neckline and took the V-neck away and made it into a round neck, and then I did it again, and then I did another little bit of a hack on the neck, and I think I shortened the shoulder seams, and then I added a ruffle on the bottom. As you can see, I'll pop the pictures up. So that really did get my confidence going. It also got me thinking about, I wonder how I can maybe tweak a pattern, and then a little bit more confident thinking, maybe I can adjust the pattern, or maybe I can hack the pattern. So it does go in stages with your sewing journey, definitely does. You just got to get a few nice sew projects under your belt. It'll boost your confidence, and you just want to keep on going. So I highly recommend that one. So that's a ruffle sleeve top. Now another good top, I've made this one. Now this is in jersey. So if you've never tried jersey, don't be frightened of sewing with jersey. You just need to obviously change the foot on your machine. I use a walking foot on my machine, or use your serger, whichever you've got. But don't be frightened of sewing with jersey. It really is easier than what you think. You just have to, like I say, change the settings on your machine. Do a little bit of a swatch just to get the feel of it, and you'll be fine. And I made by the Friday Pattern Company, the Arielle blouse. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll pop a couple of pictures up of me wearing that, and I made these last year. So I think I made 3 of these in total, and then I did a little bit of a sleeve hack on one of them. Again, confidence was growing and building, and I thought, I could change that sleeve, make a little bit, tweak it to something a little bit that's my style. And yeah, really simple top. It doesn't take long at all. You've only got the front and the back, and those gorgeous big sleeves, and you just got the elastic along the top. So that is the Arielle blouse by the Friday Pattern Company. I do like their patterns. I think they really are lovely patterns. And then everyone I've sewn from the Friday Pattern Company, really lovely projects to do. Sticking with Friday Pattern Company is the Wilder blouse. Now that is from the pattern from the Wilder gown, and it was a massive hit last year. Everybody was buzzing over this pattern, and you can make it obviously into the long maxi dress, or you can change it up and make it into a blouse. Now I wasn't keen on the long maxi dress. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm not a great dress to the floor person. So I did make the dress originally, but it just wasn't for me, so I thought I'll make the blouse. And it's such an easy make. I love the neckline because it's got that gorgeous like that pussy bow detail. I do like a pussy bow on a blouse. If you follow me, you probably know that. And it's really simple. It's like you're forming a casing in the neckline, and you're threading a self-made tie like this through the casing, and then you pull it together, and it gathers at the neckline, and you tie it. There's nothing else. There's no buttons, no zips, nothing. And a raglan sleeve, so the sleeves are stitched into the bodice. There's no setting sleeves in. Another great make. So I highly recommend you have a go at that one too. So that's the Wilder gown, but the Wilder shirt from the Friday Pattern Company. Another good pattern company, and I think are always fairly simple, is Tilly and the Buttons and the Agnes top. Such a cute little top, again done with the jersey. It's such a cute little top, really simple to do. As with all Tilly and the Buttons patterns, really are simple. She's got some great tutorials, she's got some great instructions for her patterns, and there's loads of online help and resources with them as well. And yeah, great little top. So that's the Tilly and the Buttons Agnes top. So those are the tops. I mean, I could go on forever, but obviously I want to keep this not too long, this video. So moving on to dresses that can be tops as well. Again, loads to choose, but I've gone for really simple makes, but nice styles. And the first one is the Terrace dress by Liesl & Co. And it's a really lovely silhouette, lovely gathered tie waist and simple sleeves. You can go for the short sleeves or the long sleeves. There's no sleeves to set in as such. It's more grown on type of sleeve. Lovely neckline, and again that lovely tie at the waist, and there's pockets as well. Another one is the Jane top dress, Jane as in Jain, by I Am Patterns. I love this. It's really simple, and there's 3 options on this pattern, so that's another good bonus too. Super simple, raglan sleeves, little like a keyhole opening at the front so you can get your head, obviously get it over your head, so there's no zips or buttons or complicated fastenings. And as I say, raglan sleeve, and you can go for like the short sleeve, and then you can also make the blouse into like a dress length version as well. So, and I hadn't heard of that one before, and I only found that when I was like doing a bit of research for you guys. So that's the Jane blouse by I Am Patterns. Obviously the French dart, I love that pattern by Maven Patterns. Oh, absolutely love it. Again, there's no complicated openings, fastenings. I've made a couple of them. I've made the dress length, like just above the knee length, but you can make it shorter. You could make it into a top as well, and I just love that bias collar. I just love the look of that, and really simple. And Maven Patterns are absolutely excellent. Her patterns, I've got every one of their patterns, and their instructions are absolutely spot on. The attention to detail for the instructions are brilliant, and she has links as well throughout the patterns with tutorials if you get stuck. So great for newbie sewers. All their patterns are really, really good. So that's the French dart by Maven Patterns. Back to Tilly and the Buttons. As I said earlier, she has some really, really lovely patterns, very simple. You've got the Bettine dress, you've got the Stevie dress, you've got the Cocoa. They're all by Tilly and the Buttons. I've made the Cocoa. I made one in pink gingham scuba, I think it was, not last year, I think the year before. Really simple. Again, got a little bit of, similar neckline to the French dart, that lovely collar neckline. So you would have no difficulty with any of those 3. So that's the Cocoa, the Stevie and the Bettine, and I'll pop the pictures up for them. I've made the, I haven't made the Stevie and I haven't made the Bettine, but I have made the Cocoa, and it was really simple to make. So there's a couple of dresses. I mean, there's loads of dresses, but I've just tried to pick things that are really simple. And I would have suggested the Meg dress by AK Patterns, but she no longer does her patterns anymore. I think she closed her patterns down a month or 2 ago. So moving on to skirts. So again, Tilly and the Buttons, great skirts for beginners. They've got the Arielle skirt, which is super cute. It's got those buttons down the side. Yeah, you might be saying, oh, it's got buttonholes, and it's got quite a few, but you've got to start somewhere doing your buttonholes. You can't avoid doing buttonholes forever. And as long as you line them up nice and neatly, you can't go wrong. You can always practice on some fabric, but you can't avoid buttons. But apart from that, really super simple make again, and a couple of options as well in your length. And then also the Dominique skirt, which is super cute. Again, this is elasticated waist, but you can go for like the straighter version or the more flared version with a tie waistband. Both easy peasy, lovely sewing patterns, perfect for beginners. So that's the Arielle skirt and the Dominique skirt. Now another skirt I think is absolutely fab is the Justine skirt by Ready to Sew. I absolutely love this. It's got those super duper big pockets on the front, buttons down the front, and gathered waist, and it's just a great skirt. I love the length on that one, like a midi length. I'm sure you can shorten it or lengthen it. And another skirt similar to this one is the Estuary skirt by Sew Liberated. Very, very similar, with the big chunky pockets on the front, gathered waist and the button band down the front. Very, very similar. And then another one is by Style Arc, and that is the Bonnie skirt. Again, buttons down the front, gathered, very similar. This doesn't have the chunky pockets on the front. This has the option for the side pockets, but again, simple enough to make. You just got to practice with your buttonholes. Great sizes as well. There's plenty of size options in all of those patterns. So that's my selection for skirts. Obviously there's loads more out there, but I've gone for those ones. And hopefully my Sadie skirt, the one I'm working on, will be another simple pattern to add to that list. Maybe next time I do another one of these videos, hopefully my Sadie skirt will be on that list, suitable for beginners. I know my Poppy Pinafore, which is getting tested right now as we speak in my testing pool, I think that one as well will also be added to the Easy Sew pinafore dress patterns as well. So watch this space. Anyway, moving on. Trousers. Now, the word trousers, you might think, oh, I couldn't possibly make trousers. There's no way I can make trousers. Seriously, trousers are the easiest things to make because basically there's just a front and a back, usually. I mean, sometimes they come with a waistband, sometimes they come with the facing, and that's it. Zip. Okay, they have a zip. But again, like the buttonholes, you have to do a zip, you know, in your dressmaking. So a simple pattern to put a zip in is the best way forward. And the Ultimate Trousers by So Over at London, I've made these. What a super duper pattern this is. I love those trousers. I made them in the green, and I'll pop a picture of me wearing them. Oh, so easy to do. It really is. Side zip. It's not hard. You just follow the instructions, pop your zip in. I know it sounds, you're going, oh Jane, there's no way I can put a zip in. Yes, you can. You just put your zipper foot on. Yes, you can. Really simple. And this has just got the facing on the waistband. Now I'm going to make these again. They're on my pile to make again. But I'm going to add a waistband to mine. I'm going to make a proper waistband rather than having the fold over facing, because I think I prefer like that feel of a waistband. So I'm going to have a go at doing that. So if I do that, I'll maybe do a little tutorial on how I've changed that over. But yeah, so there are the Ultimate Trousers. Great title because they are the Ultimate Trousers. And I do like the style of them because they've got that cigarette style pant, which I do like. I think they've got a really nice flattering silhouette. Now, going on to another pair of trousers, which I have made, and back to the Friday Pattern Company, is the Jaune trousers. Oh, another super easy pair of trousers to make. Now, these are designed for stretch, and I made mine in Ponte, in the green Ponte, and really simple, super comfy too. They're like secret pajamas, and again, front and the back, and it's just got like the waistband, and it's got a little bit of elastic in the back. Really easy. And if you fancy doing something rather than woven and maybe in the stretch, this is a really good pattern to try. So that's the Jaune trousers by Friday Pattern Company. Now I've got a couple of overalls, jumpsuits. So we've got the Helen's Closet Yanta overalls, and we've got the Paper Theory Zadie jumpsuit. So obviously there's a little bit more to them because obviously they're a jumpsuit overall type of pattern, got a top and a bottom, but still again really simple makes, and they've been really popular. I've seen so many of these made over on Instagram. Different variations, different types of fabrics, really nice, and you can style them up or down. Great patterns. Yeah, so the Zadie, I just love that wrap over front detail at the front, fairly wide leg pants, short sleeves, and that tie detail obviously because it's a wrap over. Great. You could layer that as well in the winter. You could use like a heavier type of linen fabric, medium weight fabric or something, or maybe even a corduroy, a fine corduroy, lightweight denim or something like that. Layer it in the winter. So I would say that's more like a jumpsuit, whereas the Yanta is more like the overalls by Helen's Closet. And again, really nice silhouette to these and great size range. So that is the Yanta overalls or the Zadie jumpsuit. And finally, jackets. Now I know you're saying, oh no, you've already given us trousers. That's given me palpitations. And jackets, no way. But yeah, why not? Why not a jacket? If you pick something fairly simple. So over at London, again, they have got the Courty Jacket, and that's just the classic little jacket. There's no buttons, no zips, really simple, and you can literally dress this up or down. Great with a pair of jeans, great over a skirt, great over a dress. Oh, perfect. So don't be frightened of the word jacket. Don't be frightened of the word trousers. After all, it's just a garment. It's just you put it on a different part of your body. It doesn't mean because it's going to be a jacket or the trousers it's going to be harder. It's not necessarily. So definitely try that one. If you're looking for an easy jacket, you try and maybe want a little spread your wings a little bit more. That's a really good one to try. And also the Courty Jacket, which is by Paper Cut Patterns. That's got a little touch of like a kimono type of throw on jacket, loose fitting, great. You know, just throw it on, pop it on. But again, great to dress up or down. You could have it looking casual, or maybe dress it up going out. Well, one day we will be able to go out again. Add a brooch, you know, like dress it up. And again, no buttons or zips. Great, easy pattern. And I love the fact it's got that little tie detail at the front. Couple of cute little pockets. Yeah, I really do like that. I've got this pattern, never made it yet. I just love the silhouette. I think it's great. I mean, it's styled lovely there with that model there with the skinny jeans. I just think, yeah, it's a great little pop-on jacket. I don't know why I haven't made it yet, actually, because every time I look at it, I think, yeah, I've got to make that, and then I forget. But yeah, it's a really cute jacket, as is the Sew Over It Cocoa jacket. So there you go. Hope I've enlightened you. Hope I've given you some sort of inspiration to maybe get some fabric, get one of those patterns and have a try, especially if you're sitting there and you'd love to take the plunge to do some dressmaking, but you just think there's no way I can achieve any of that. Yes, you can. We've all been there. All of us are dressmaking now have all been in that position that maybe you're at now. So don't let that put you off. And once you've made something simple, your confidence will soar, I'm telling you, and you'll want to go on to make maybe a few more simple things. And then once you've got a few more simple things under your belt and you're wearing them and you're enjoying them and you look great and you feel great and people are saying compliments, you'll then want to go on and tackle something a little bit more technical. But always, I would say, start simple. Just because it's simple does not mean it can't be stylish, and I think all these ones that I've chosen are simple but also quite stylish. And that's what we want, don't we? So hopefully thumbs up if you liked today's video. Hope I've helped you. Let me know in the comments box below if you're thinking about making any of these, or if you want to ask me anything at all. If I can help, I will try and help. And obviously, if you just found me and you want to follow along with me, I'd love for you to join me and subscribe too. So I'm off to go make a cup of coffee now because I didn't drink that one as usual. And hopefully I'll see you on my next sewing vlog. Please take care, and as always, happy sewing.